Organized labor unions across the country have continued to call on governors of various states to increase the wages of workers following the rate of inflation. Now, labor leaders from some states said the best way for governors to appreciate the efforts of workers is to increase their home from 30 to 40% minimum wage. Now, Ibo J. Ukeria has more details.
The International Workers' Day, often referred to as May Day in Nigeria, is set aside to celebrate the nation's workforce. The day may have come and gone, but the issues raised by workers, such as review of retirement age from 60 to 65 years, continue to generate reactions. In Lagos State, the NLC chairperson, Comrade Agnes Sexy, said the level of unemployment and maltreatment meted in workers in the state cannot be tolerated anymore by the union. Comrade Sexy said the proposed removal of subsidy and 40% increment of salaries by the federal government is not accepted until the federal government puts in place refineries to reduce the cost of petroleum products before the removal. On his part, Chairman Lagos State Trade Union Congress, Comrade Benga Ekudeyo, said Lagos contributes over 30% of the nation's GDP with the efforts of the Lagos workers.
And last year we engaged the state government on the need for another review because we thought about the devaluation that has happened to Naira. You know, we import a lot of things. And also the level of inflation in the economy. And Mr. Governor approved a review of the wages, of salaries, of civil service in Lagos State.
Since federal government has come out to do 40%, we are very sure and we are demanding. And we are going to ask Mr. Governor to do the needful, to do better than the federal government. Because this is city life. And there are some factors that will affect Lagos workers. Immediately, you know, all these people hear that 40% as well, the prices of everything have started going up. You understand? And it's the same market we all go to.
The situation is also not different in Edo State, where the workforce are also expectant.
Appreciation to government of for 40,000 minimum wage to our workers on May 1st. 2, your recent approval of year 2022 promotion for workers. 3, the increment of service years and retirement age of Edo State teachers.
Responding to the demands of workers, Lagos State Governor Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, represented by his deputy Obafemi Hamzat, at the May Day celebration said the state government paid over 51.7 billion naira as pensions to workers under his administration. On his part, Edo State Governor Mr. Godwin Obaseki, in his message to workers in Benin City, expressed fear that both the state and federal governments are likely to face difficulty in meeting their obligations to workers from June this year, owing to the challenges emanating from oil subsidy.
Payment of workers' salaries and emoluments, in addition to improving the welfare of workers generally. In the last 4 years, we ensure that workers in Lagos State are provided with the right tools and environment with robust welfare packages. In January 2023, we took the decision without any prompting to raise workers' salary by 20% to cushion the effect of rising inflation and cost of living generally.
The increase of minimum wage in Edo to 40,000 naira at this venue last year, I expected that the federal government and other states will take cue almost immediately. It has taken them 1 year to even make the announcement. We're working very hard to make life better for all of you. We are not oblivious of the fact that Nigeria is in trouble. The economy of our country is in a terrible state. It will be a miracle for the federal government and state governments to pay salaries beyond June this year without resorting to massively printing money or removing fuel subsidy. Either of these decisions will bring more hardships and pain to us as a people, particularly to you, the workers.
Though not too good to hear, the sad realities revealed by the state governor, Mr. Godwin Obaseki, may be the situation as the Labour and Nigerians continue to insist on working refineries before the removal of fuel subsidy. The 2023 Labour Day is with the theme Workers' Rights and Socio-Economic Justice. I, Boji Warrior, reporting for iBrandTV News.
Suspended resident electoral commissioner of the Independent National Electoral Commission in Adamawa State, Barrister Hudu Yunusa Ari, has denied the widespread allegation that he received 2 billion naira to announce Senator Aishatu Dairo as the winner of the governorship election in the state. Dairo, popularly called Binani, was the gubernatorial candidate of the All Progressives Congress in Adamawa State during the 2023 election. She had challenged the incumbent governor of the state, who was the candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Amadu Maruf Pintri, who was later declared the winner of the election by INEC. Speaking on Tuesday, Hudu said he had no regrets whatsoever about the action he took by making the announcement in the middle of that election. Barrister Yunusa Ari, who the police were looking for, said he announcing the results was his responsibility, which was backed by the law. He disclosed that he was ready to present himself to the police this weekend, even as he argued that neither the DSS nor the Nigerian police came searching for him, as was widely discussed. 2 weeks after his abduction, a former president of the Nigerian Bar Association, Oke Wali, has been released. Oke Wali, a senior advocate of Nigeria and 26th president of the NBA, was abducted in the early hours of April 17, 2023. After his convoy was attacked along East-West Road in Obio, Akpo local government area of Rivers State. The president of the Nigerian Bar, Yakubu Maikau, who confirmed his release in a press statement on Monday, said he had spoken with Wali and has been reunited with his family and is in good spirit. The NBA president also used the opportunity to call on the federal government to live up to its constitutional responsibility of protecting the lives and property of all Nigerians. This is the second time Mr. Wali will be kidnapped, as he was first abducted in Port Harcourt, Rivers State by gunmen on October 11, 2014, after his tenure as NBA chief, and was released 13 days later on October 24, 2014. Peter Obi, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 presidential election, has reacted to the allegations of treason made against him by the Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed. He described Mohammed's action as the height of rascality he was campaigning against during the build-up to the 2023 presidential election. The minister had made allegation of treason against Obi during engagement with journalists in Washington, D.C. in the United States of America recently. Mohammed had accused Obi of inciting people to violence over the outcome of the February 25th presidential election, which for him is treasonable. Now reacting on Monday, Obi said Mohammed would have used the money wasted in attacking him to build blocks of classrooms in his country home. Minister of Labour and Employment, Dr. Chris Ngige, has described as absurd the demands being made and the ultimatum issued by the Nigerian Association of Resident Doctors to the federal government. Ngige said the government had given the doctors everything they wanted, adding that their sense of entitlement was too much. The association had on Saturday given the federal government 2 weeks to meet its demand or face industrial disharmony. The doctors are demanding an immediate increment in the consolidated medical salary structure to the tune of 200% of the current gross salaries of doctors. The doctors also want the immediate withdrawal of the bill seeking to compel medical and dental graduates to render 5-year compulsory service in Nigeria before being granted full license to practice. They also want the immediate implementation of the CONMES domestication of the Medical Residency Training Act and review of hazard allowance by all the state governments as well as private tertiary health institutions where any form of residency training is done, among others.